Hi, welcome to another video from Get an Early Start program at Parents Helping Parents for families of children 0 to 3 with special needs. This video will help you prepare for your Individualized Family Service Plan meetings, or IFSP meetings. Let's start with a quick review. An IFSP, or Individualized Family Service Plan, is created by the Early Start program here in California for children with developmental delays that are 0 to 3 years old. And an IFSP meeting, or Individualized Family Service Plan meeting, has the goal to create this program and write a document for all those agreements and to track progress. The IFSP meeting has certain required steps. For example, it should include the participation of all the team members, including you, the parent. Your assigned service coordinator from the Early Start program will guide you along the way, don't worry, and will be there to provide support with any questions you may have. The IFSP document, once complete, should list all of the services your child will receive and will also explain how they will be provided. It may also include a list of supports for your child, the teachers, or yourself or your family to support you in your daily life. Other things that may be discussed in the IFSP meeting are your child's evaluations or assessment results and the outcomes expected, also called goals. Most importantly, you are the expert in your child and your participation is essential. So let's talk about how you can prepare as a parent for these important meetings. Before an IFSP meeting happens, you should receive an invitation where you have an opportunity to give input on the time and day that works best for you and your family. And also, you will see there the names and contact information of the professionals from the team who will be present. And once the meeting is scheduled, then there are some things you can do personally to prepare. If needed, you can request to your service coordinator or any team member a copy of the agenda for the meeting, or copies of any assessment reports that will be discussed, or if there's a draft document, they can provide you that ahead of time. If you have questions, write them down or ask your service coordinator for clarification at any time. You can also invite a support person to come with you. It's a good practice to let the team know ahead of time who will be coming with you. And for all of your questions, consider writing your own parent agenda. This will help you remember everything you want to talk about during the IFSP meeting. There are many examples of parent agendas online. A good practice is to keep it simple. If possible, also keep it to one page so it's easy for the team to read. There you can note what you think your child's strengths are, what he or she needs, and what services you think he or she needs. You can also think ahead and let the team know what your concerns are. Do you have any questions about what is coming next for your child? Preschool options, kindergarten, school? Let the team know about all of your concerns. And then you can provide a copy of this parent agenda to the team ahead of time, or you can bring it to the meeting with you. If you visit php.com e-learning library or ePacket library, you can download the special education process ePacket, and it contains a parent agenda. I'll add it to the end of this video as well in the description. Now, during the IFSP meeting, when the day of your meeting comes, there are a couple of simple good practices that you can keep in mind. First, it's important to make sure you are well rested because meetings are usually tiring for anybody. They require much attention. IFSP meetings are usually an hour long, but they can go longer if needed. So a few tips are to keep it professional. These are professional meetings. Keep your language and interactions professional. Bring something to write with or someone to help you take your notes. The team will always have a note taker, and the notes are part of the IFSP document. If you intend to record, however, remember that in California, there's a 24-hour notice requirement. So, as we said, meetings can be long, so bring water or a snack. That may be a good idea. And remember to express gratitude to the team for anything that is working for you or any help you've been receiving that has been good for you and your family. Try to remain calm and breathe, balance your emotions. A positive attitude really helps for teamwork. And if needed, it's okay to request a break at any time during a meeting or reschedule the meeting if you're not feeling well. It's okay. I also wanted to list some sample questions for you that may be helpful for not missing important items during a meeting. Um, and it's okay to ask at any time. For example, could you please explain X, Y, and Z again? I didn't understand what you meant by XYZ. Could you explain that acronym? I've never heard it before. In order for me to better grasp all the information, could you please use the more simple language? Where will this that we just talked about be documented in the IFSP document? Is there anything to follow up with on my part? Who will be responsible for this action? When can I expect a response? Who can I contact if I have questions later on? What are the next steps? Or what can I do if I have disagreements? Could you explain my rights? Before I leave the meeting, could I please have a copy of the IFSP document? Or I would like to take the document home to review it calmly before signing and consent. Well, that is part of being a good advocate, asking great questions. What is advocacy? This is a quote from Pete Wright, a parent self advocate and special needs lawyer. You can find his book, From Emotions to Advocacy, and many other great resources on his website online. When our babies have special needs, and we know so early on, it's essential to recognize that we will encounter conflicts. And it's never too early to learn how to address potential difficulties and avoid delays in appropriate supports and services for a child. Advocacy takes patience, collaboration, effective communication, and keeping an open mind. Misunderstandings and disagreements happen, but we will learn to handle conflict directly and openly while being assertive. That means being strong, but flexible. So, what works for being an effective advocate for your child? Knowing your rights really works. It's very important to know your rights and your child's rights. Also, learn about your child's special need as much as you can and about what is typical child development for every age. It also helps to volunteer with your local schools and special needs programs in the community. You can get involved in school decision making early on. Your child will eventually attend school. Join school site councils or the Community Advisory Council for Special Education. These are called CELPAs, Community Advisory Councils for Special Education Local Plan Administrations. Each school district has one. You may also consider getting involved in systems advocacy for policy changes and disability rights that will help children, all children with special needs. And it also works to have the support of experienced parents. Connect with others by joining support groups or talking to professionals. We all have our own levels of comfort when it comes to school involvement. Do so at your own pace. And now we have made it to the end. A meeting is over. And what happens after an IFSP meeting? Well, it's implementation time, to put that plan in action. But there are some good practices to keep in mind as well. Send a thank you note if you can and mention what the team did well, what you liked, and what was helpful. And then keep track of agreements and stay in touch. Ask for updates or any actions that were pending. What is the progress? Keep track of appointments, emails, and keep close communication with your team. It's good to review your child's goals frequently, make notes of progress or not progress, your observations, let the team know what you've been observing. Pictures and videos are also a great way to take notes. Now they have dates and times too, which can be important information when keeping track of progress. And keep the copy of that most recent IFSP document in your family files with the most recent date at the top. And let your team know of any changes, anything that you feel important that they know. Communicate early with them. I don't know, a new sibling, a change of home, changes in the family, incidents, etc. And Oh, most important. Yes. After a meeting, take a very much deserved break. Take care of yourself. We want to encourage you to feel proud of yourself and how far you have come in helping your child. And we can't say it enough. Take care of yourself. Connecting with others is also very helpful in a way to take care of ourselves. Reach out for help anytime. Call us at PHP if you need guidance. We are always here for you. You are welcome at our parent classes and support groups. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, and see the next minutes for helpful videos and tools you can download to prepare for your next IFSP meeting.